Hello and welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today we're going to be playing Vault Condor, which is a bit of a divisive deck, right? Some people were really hoping that Vault Condor might be really strong, might be like a tier 1 meta threat before the game actually came out. We did get to see the skill and we were like, oh, this kind of makes this card playable. But unfortunately, Vault Condor doesn't let you play Dragius, and Dragius is still kind of the best deck, so it's a little bit rough to try and get it going. So if we hop straight over to Duel Links, you can see the deck that we're currently working with. We do have the 3 Darkness Crested Hawk and the 3 Lightning Bolt Condor, and no Sevens Road at the moment. We might be mixing this around. We want to try more of a pure Vault Condor list first, and then change things up as we go. There's probably going to be a lot of deck editing in this stream. Other than that, we do have, finally, our own Discord server. So I'll throw that up. If anyone wants to join that, it's just another Discord server to just have in your little folder of Discord servers that you right-click mute, and occasionally you can look at it. But for now, we're just going to, I guess, just hop straight in and see what we can do here. Hopefully, get at least some wins with the Vault Condor in its current state. But we should very quickly be able to work out what we want to change. We've gone for the 3 copies of Phantom Bind, just because this deck defensively doesn't really do anything, right? You put up 2100s and 21s during your opponent's turn, and that's not very useful. Against the right decks, Phantom Bind could really cripple them, so we're going to hope that works out, especially since most people are going to be on dragons anyway. Okay, well this is definitely not dragons. Could be Dragon Caster's Mind. Okay, this hand is, like, fine, right? No high levels, which kind of sucks. Into triple set. Okay, I think here we are just going to set 3 pass. We've got the double Seahorse, which can be really good if we draw a couple of high-level monsters. Well, welcome to the Discord server, Drags, and there you go. There's a little sticker for you. Oh, we're actually against Psychics. Interesting. Still no high-level monsters. Not ideal. I also kind of want to get my hand empty. Which... Alright. We'll summon, activate the effect. We'll pitch to weaken. But then what? Do I just crash? I don't really want to crash. Go on, then we'll crash. I feel like no matter what, this is kind of a lose-lose situation, because now I'm down a guy, which means I can now get hit direct, which is something that Psychic does sometimes struggle to do. He's straight to battle. Okay, in which case we're not punished at all, so we're fine with this. Still no high levels, feels bad. But what we can do is pitch to weaken, summon out the Sork. Do we even flip the Trip Pigeon? Nah. We'll go for the almost guarantee. If he wants to waste the trap on that, then so be it. Okay, he did have some weak defensive monsters. We're just both on the defense. Neither of us have any high-level monsters. We're both just probably so happy our opponent hasn't slapped down a Dragius already. Okay, here we go. These are cards we can work with. So... I mean, it's still not even going to be a ton of damage. No matter how you look at it, this is really awkward. So we could change his monster to... and then discard, but like... we don't really get much out of that. And if we want to summon out one of our big guys, do we just give up a seahorse and just summon out one of our... Oh, this is so gross. Alright. Hey, Josh, how's it going? I think we are just going to tribute these two. Then we're going to summon this out. Go straight to battle. We'll swing over this. This should easily be able to clear. There's no way we have too many winged beasts in graveyard already. We'll try for this. Of course, this is the 1400 defender. And then we'll pass. Now, the issue here is we've just summoned a bunch of guys in attack, so he might swarm the board, pay a load of life points, pump attack up, and get in for a crap ton. But we need him to summon in attack mode for us to actually do anything. One of the many weaknesses of the Vault Condor deck. We need him to have a bunch of attack mode monsters for us to do anything. How are you doing today then, Josh? Oh, Lullabind. Which is fine. Okay, so this is Prima. Okay, that's fine. Where are we going with this? Okay. So he's going to boost his whole board by 9. This is kind of, again, the thing we didn't want to happen, but we can't do anything until we let him do this, so... Although it sucks, this is probably still the best case scenario for us. Alright, now we just want to see more high levels. Ideally a second Vault Condor would be nice. Or we find none of it. This is a little bit yikes. We only have to change one of his types, which means we don't even have to use Parrot. Is there even a reason to use this? Yes, because it means I get to keep that in hand. Take this back. Hey up, how's it going? How's it going, Hug of War? Yeah, we're doing alright. We're playing a deck that is considered kinda bad. And we're gonna see if we can win with it. So we will tribute 2. Summon the boy. Activate the skill. We'll change this to light. And then back to our hand, it's going to have to be our level 4 birdie. We can then activate the skill. And... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much, because they're going to be reduced by a ton. And then just summon out these two. We'll go to battle phase. We will swing over this. Only kinda bad. Should be easy then. So it's tricky. Because the deck that we're playing is like a weird combo deck. I mean, we'll try and kill this. Then he'll use another back row, which is all we need. We just want him to get rid of his back row. Yeah, that's fine for us. And we just kill this one. Now, again, the downside is, in order for us to do anything, he needs to have face-up monsters. He's not going to play face-up monsters unless he can get damage into us, which meant we had to go down to 2,000 life points to get in a situation where he would let us play the game, which means we are probably just going to die here. There's not really a lot we can do about that other than just pussyfoot the entire game. Well, that's the game. Yeah, the main issue with our deck is always just going to be... should we save that replay? I suppose we could. We might not actually play against another Psychic player literally all day. It's kind of a rare find. So, the main issue there is that we were both playing silly decks, and that means that we're both gonna sit there and just play defensively until our opponent does something, because both of our decks really struggle to get damage in. We don't have multi-attackers, we don't have Pierce. Oh, so another Roman. This is actually going to be another Psychic deck. Okay, we're going first, we're going first. Why do we keep opening with these hands that just have nothing in them? What do we want to do here? I mean, I guess we'll set and then just summon a couple of Sorks. Like, summon Sork is generally not very good, but if he doesn't have an out to 15s, other than crashing, this is a really good play. Nandes. Okay. Whoops, summoning they Sork. Exactly, Blunt. How's it going, buddy? What are we against? He's played Nandes, Harpy Lady, Seven's Road Witch, Seven's Road Magician. What? Well, again, this really punishes us because he got 2 decent attack monsters, so we just lose a load of life points for no reason. And we drew. Awful. Jesus. Okay, we can kill Seven's Road Magician. That's fine. Can I actually not kill... Oh, I can kill both. No. I can in like a really gross way. Okay. Well, we're going to do what we can. Tribute summon out Torna. We do not have an Aqua Engrave, right? I am certain we do not have an Aqua Engrave, which means this is useless to us. We need to discard at least one anyway. Blunt with the sub. Thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate that. Now we'll just enjoy the jam. I think we are going to still do this. Discard. Weaken this. Set a back row. Go to battle. Swing over.
Bluntcast just subscribed.
You just want the face. Yeah, that's all it is. It's the best emote on Twitch at this point. I might be a bit biased there, but you know. So close to that sub goal as well. It's funny, I feel like we're always like just so close. Because it's total subs as well, it means that some people's subs are going to expire and then it's going to go back down. So we're just going to go, we're just always edging. Ah, we're against Dark Magician. Okay. Was not ready for Dark Magician to show his face. Well, that does unfortunately mean as well is... Wait, why has he just put Dark Magician back in his deck? Bro, what are you doing? He's going to style on me really hard right now. And his graveyard's full of random stuff as well. SRM is the worst possible one for me because Phantom Bind does nothing against SRM. Well, there's nothing I can do about this. Ow. Okay. We'd like to find one of our boss monsters, ideally. No, that's all of my boss monsters at once. That is not what I meant. And we still can't use our seahorse. Things are going badly. Okay, we'll tribute for the Torna. We can only do what we can do. Right? We can't make miracles happen. When we brick, we brick. So we'll just try and get rid of this. Which we did successfully manage. Unfortunately, our back row doesn't do much against an opponent who's playing like 5 different types and keeps shuffling cards from his graveyard back into his deck. Oh no. Okay, things are looking bad. Magician Shuffle again. We already knew he had that, so we knew this was coming. I didn't think you could use Magician Shuffle multiple times in a duel. I suppose there's no restriction on it. It just doesn't come up much, because usually you'll immediately bin Dark Magician and then not think about it again. Straight into his own Torna. Okay. Another Why are you on Nandes? What is Nandes for? Why we play Nandes? I'm guessing he hasn't got enough spellcasters in Grave. No, he just straight up doesn't. He would need to have more than 2. I guess we'll activate this, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have... Yeah, he only had 1 engrave. Alright, well, so far, things not looking great. But, to be fair, we did brick there. We didn't actually have a playable hand, like, whatsoever. So we're going to give it another couple goes before we just decide to immediately start swapping things up. And also, our opponent was Korean. Like, I don't know how we're supposed to win that game. Come on, guys. Can't beat a Korean gamer, especially a TCG player. Power up with some coffee. Okay. A Taiwanese player now, who doesn't actually have letters in his name. Let's see what we do. Oh, and they're on a win streak of 2. This hand leaves something to be desired. So which aqua build are we going to be on is the question. It might be pure aqua then. It might be like Disco Fever. I don't really like server. I think it's a little bit like greedy. Oh no, okay, so this is just going to be aqua aggro then. But this is the weird build with server. Well, we can easily clear this in 2 different ways. The question is, do we shotgun both of them? To use this, we send the top card of our deck to the graveyard. To use this, we have to give up a card from our hand. So we're better off just using Darkness Crested Hawk, I think. So tribute to summon. We'll then summon out our carrier, activate carrier, use the effect to bring back Kana, summon Kana. We'll then tribute to, get out Hawk, activate Hawk, boost its own attack. Then we're just going to summon Thunder, go battle, swing. No delay. So what does that tell me? He's probably got triple threat Thunder face down or Pierce. Then we'll pass on that. We took half his life points, cleared his board. That's not too bad. Okay, Seahorse server again. So he's already gained 1,000 life points. SRM? Okay, so he's just playing Dragon Casters then, with a bit more of a robust Aqua engine. Okay. I don't hate this, it's just... Surely he's on a massive amount of lights. I mean, look, this is a 2400 SRM. That's like just a depressingly small SRM. Okay, these are cards. We have a lot of options, actually. Alright, let's start with Seahorse Carrier. Activate the effect. Bring back Kana. We'll then summon the Kana. Tribute 2. We will activate our skill. I guess we're going to change this guy, because we need to weaken him by a crap ton. Yes. We can then activate Volt Condor effect. Pitch to reduce. We couldn't get it low enough is the issue. I guess we can do with this. And then pitch to reduce. Go to battle. Swing into it. Swing over this. And swing in. That was really awkward because we didn't have a Lightwing Beast to bring back to our hand with our skill. We also couldn't change both of his monsters to light. And we didn't have enough attack points to clear without trading. So that was just really, really awkward. And now this is really bad. We could get walked over just with like a Dragius. Okay, Dienkito's okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. It is light as well, which means any of our boss monsters deal with it. Up to and including Torna. So we've already gone through 4, which means we still have another 4 in deck. But 4 in 19 is only a 1 in 5. That's not great. That's not great. Let's see what our opponent has for us. Taking his time. You only have 2 cards in hand, Nate. You can't have that many different decisions to make. Okay, we're using Dienkito, gaining 1,000. Getting rid of the Pierce. That's probably the second Pierce. If you run 1 Pierce, you probably run 2 Pierce. We've got another high level in hand. So any of our boss monsters out this. Well, we did find one of them, so thank God for that. Parrot doesn't do anything here. So I think we just get rid of both of our parrots. Tribute 2. Summon out Hawk. Activate Hawk. Boost itself. Then Sork. Oh, very sneezy. All set. Go to straight battle. Swing him. Get him for the 15. Get him for the 13. Pass on that. Okay, Seahorse Carrier. This gets scary because we know he already had a boss monster in hand. If he goes like double Dragius, we are straight dead. There's nothing we can do about it. If he decides to go into like more Dienkito, we are in a really good position. Okay, we're still okay as long as he doesn't drop a Dragius. Just don't drop Dragius. Anything but Dragius. Okay, that is okay. Gain 1,000 again. This is really good for us. I should have counted the number. I just assumed he'd have enough, but he's playing a... yeah, realistically that was a misplay. Keeping the Thunder on the board would have been better. I just didn't count the number of cards he had in graveyard. Is he gonna... You gonna attack, little bro? Is he okay? Is he like having a stroke at his PC? Here we go. Oh, no high levels. That is painful. If we had gotten a Volt Condor, we do just win here, but we did not find one. So, we will simply Seahorse Carrier, activate the effect, grab back a Kana. Saying that, we can get one, right? But then what? We'd have to discard... Because he's got... Oh, no, he hasn't got all light. Okay, right, this is the play. We summon. We activate the effect. We discard. We take back... Mind you, this guy gets 1,000 attack. Attack over 12 is well over lethal, right? Yeah. So we're just going to do this. We're going to do the really simple way. We will simply Tribute 2. Activate the effect. Boost itself. Go to battle, and then just swing him for game. Bam! There we go. We actually got a win. We did it. We'll happily save that replay. Because we actually won a game. The question is always going to be, do we want to include like a spellcaster package? Do we want the SRM? Because SRM is useful. It obviously can be a very, very strong card, but it doesn't change a lot of the core issues of the deck, which is we don't have any multi-attack, we don't have any piercing, we only have one way to change battle positions in Torna. So, I'd really like to find, you know, what would be ideal would be just like slap Dragius in this deck, right? But we can't do that with our skill. We might just have to accept that the deck is just a wait until you get hit and then try and counterattack type of deck. But even then, you need like the perfect hand setup for that to work. Oh, taking a while to search for an opponent. This is like back on day one of hitting King of Games. Wonder if this means there aren't that many players knocking about. It hasn't been a problem until this game, but... Oh no, if we run out of players. Dead game. Nobody's playing Rush anymore. Just searching for the perfect counter deck for yours. Definitely could be. I mean, the thing is, my deck that I'm playing is like... It's so far down the tier list that like it only really has advantages against like meme decks. I need to find the counter. I mean, yeah. I mean, we've got a Gavin, so he might just slap down Yami Ruler. And that'll be annoying for this deck to deal with, I'll tell you that much. Right, I think here we're just going to set 3 pass. This is an okay hand. We have something to deal with his monsters if he summons something. We have Dark Stalk, which is an okay 1500 body. Surely they won't field some absolute cretins this time. I mean, it's one of those things where... Oh, there we go. He's got Kime Ruler who can just attack directly if all my monsters are in defense mode. Which isn't awful, to be honest. The main problem this introduces is that I get to keep all 3 of my monsters, which actually... Oh, this is actually a really good hand for this. So, if we simply normal summon by tributing 3, or tributing 2 even, then... So if I activate this skill, it's only if I have Light Condor, right? Face it, you can add level 4 low. Okay, so we want to get that off, which means... Do I need to get that off? Does it matter? I can only change him to... I can change to light whenever, right? Yeah, so I don't need Volt Condor to do that. Putting a light into my hand doesn't actually do much for me. So do I just discard? I just don't use Seahorse Carrier. Oh, that feels so gross. I think that's the play. Alright, we'll go ahead and activate our skill. Change this to light. Tribute these. Activate. Boost its attack. Activate. Boost its attack again. Normal summon. Go to battle. Swing over. The KC Cup is going on to less players on Rush. I mean, that's true. And it doesn't also help that, again, we haven't had any new cards in over a month now. Which I think does mean that people will be a little bit disincentivized to play. A lot of people are just kind of waiting for Roar at this point and waiting for the new box. Okay, 2 Kana. Then what? Yami Ruler. Okay, Yami Ruler's fine. Wonder Bowing's also fine. The issue is if he manages to summon out another high-level monster. That is the thing that counters us. Oh, dear. Yep. Ah, this is exactly what he needed. Now he can activate this, lock us into not being able to summon any outs to his board. And he gets to do 400 damage. Tricky. Definitely tricky. What do we need here? Because if we throw everything into defense mode and he has a Pierce face down, we lose. If we leave everything in attack, we still could just lose. This is the tricky thing about playing against this deck. If he doesn't have Pierce, we are in a really good position. But he almost certainly has Pierce. Alright, we're going to set this. I mean, if he has Pierce, we're dead anyway, right? Because if he summons any high level, he changes this to defense, gets him for 25. And then if we have another attack mid monster, he just kills us. If we change this to defense now, we could die to Kime Ruler, of which he should have 2 left in deck. I really feel like no matter what we do, we're kind of screwed here. I think we just have to do this. This way, we only lose to Kime Ruler and Pierce. How goes the duels? The duels are going all right. So again, we've already said this a couple of times, but well, there's the Pierce off the top. We are playing like, oh, what? Double Pierce off the top? Okay, bro. All right, we have just we wasn't looking good for us already, but we have just been sacked the shit out of. Man had double Pierce in hand, or just drew it for turn. But we are playing one of the worst decks in the game, like straight up. So we are just trying to see what we can get done with it. Like, we just lost to a tier 2 deck. We're playing, like, bottom of tier 3 deck. Oh, he's too good. He's run out of opponents to beat. It's one of those weird ones where, again, we're not... Like, our objective isn't really to win. It's a really weird system, right? Because when you hit King of Games, which we're in already, we're already at the highest, like, PvP rank there is. We can no longer lose rank. And because of that, it means we don't really have an incentive to win other than getting some rewards, right? We're not grinding out ranked anymore. Oh god, what is this hand? This is the most yikes hand. Jesus. Okay. We set. I think we're going to tribute set this out. And then we have to just pass with 2 cards in hand. Oh, that's grim. That's super grim. But yeah, obviously what we want to be doing is, you know, climbing the ladder, grind, try and improve our rank. But again, we're already at the top, so we have nowhere to go. And we can't even go down. SAR, okay. So we have found an SAR player, which is quite nice. Unfortunately, we have bricked to high heaven, so we're so far behind, I don't think it's going to matter. He needed the SAR skill to actually clear our Darkness Crested Hawk as well. He's got 2 wins out as well. No lights, which means not even Lightning Bolt Condor can really save me here. What do we need? We need a light normal and a Seahorse Carrier, probably. Of which we found neither. Okay. Summon, tribute both for this. Attack over 1. Get hit back on the crackback. Or summon out our own Torna. No matter what, our options here are terrible. Alright, let's summon this out. We will activate the effect. Change this into a light. Then I'm going to summon. No, we don't want to do that, do we? If we get back a bird to hand, it's just going to be 1,000 attacker, which is just going to be good for a discard. Which means I'm actually better just summoning this out, right? Activate the effects, pitch. Change this to defense. Activate his effect. Pitch. Weaken that. Go to battle. Swing over this. And then swing over this for 300. Which means we did get to keep our board, but we're already down to 44. And we're against a deck that wants to just kill us out of nowhere and wants us to have as small a board as possible. So, and it's turn 4, so all he needs is any level 6, and he gets full combo. And he gets to hit us for either just all of our life straight up, or most of our life, and we're probably dead on the next turn. Here it comes. We were probably not winning this either way, to be perfectly honest. But, again, we bricked. So, it's not entirely representative of this matchup. Like, if we actually manage to empty our hand on turn 1, maybe this is a little bit better for us, but... Ugh. And this hand is still not good. Jesus. Okay. Let's go Luminous Parrot. Activate the effect. Weaken this down. We'll then summon. The issue is we're never able to get out multiple monsters. Go ahead and activate our skill. Make that a light. We'll take back whatever. It doesn't really make any difference at the moment. Then we'll summon. Normal summon by tributing. Activate the effect. Discard. Change this to defense. Go to battle phase. Swing over this. Swing over this, which means, again, we're always able to out his board, but our life points just keep taking a hit and taking a hit and taking a hit. So now, again, if he just gets any level 6, we're just dead. And his deck is full of level 6s, and he's now going to increase the chances of finding a level 6. Tributes for a level 6. So that's 2,600. So that's 1,000 damage he has already. So he's 200 damage away from killing us. Let's see what he's got. Well, there it is. We'll let him finish us off. Let him spin his wheels if he wants to. I think what we've learned here is Phantom Bind is crap. Like, it's straight up useless. Against no one today has Phantom Bind been remotely useful. So I think we're going to take Phantom Bind out of the deck. Like, it's just doing absolutely nothing. But that kind of changes how we're going to play the deck, because that means we're going to have 0 defensive options. So we're just going to be entirely trying to, like, trade damage back and forth. I also really want more offensive options. So I think we're also going to take out the Tauners. We're just instead going to go for... Mind you, is the Seahorse still going to be worth playing in this deck now? Because now we have so many light that it makes 7's Red Magician feel a bit useless. It's tricky. It's very tricky. All right, so if we want more waters back in the deck, we would have to include our... Where is he? Our dealer. If we want fires back in the deck, just to, again, try and make 7's Road do something, we're going to want you. If we want wind, we're probably just going to want, like, just a one of this guy. So now we have water, fire, wind. We don't have earths at the moment. So I guess that's going to have to be Doriado, who is up here. No defend, only kill. That's going to be what we're going to try and do. We're just not confident in it is the only thing. Let's take these out as well. They're not doing too much. Take you out as well, and we'll put one of Recovery Force. Let's take out one Darkness Crested Hawk as well, and maybe put in putting in one copy of Witch feels really bad here. Do we have everything? We have light, dark, water, fire, earth, wind. So we'll put another wind in, which is going to have to be you. Let's try this out. Let's go with this. This is going to be a bit more of an aggressive variant. Well, you say aggressive. It's just, we're still going to have to just play defense until our opponent goes aggro on us, and then try and counterattack. We're going to parry riposte people. That's the plan. Lisa S. Another Yuga. So chances are it's going to be Dragon Casters. Statistically, it should be Dragon Casters, but it could be SAR. There's a slim chance it's a mirror. Alright, well we know what we're doing here. We're just going all on the defense until our opponent makes an aggression play. Let me pass. What are we going to be against is the question. Seahorse and Volcondor in the open is pretty good, especially since we already have a Kana. I mean, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to sit here and pass until he attacks us. We cannot be the aggressor. We have to be on the counterattack. Which is, you know, if we just sit here and pass forever, it does kind of suit us. We have no way to gain piercing, and because we've taken Taunt out of our deck, we have no way to flip his cards up. So if he does have a way to OTK us, we just have to accept that that's going to happen. But we literally do not have a play until he makes a play. We are parry riposte. We cannot do anything until we parry. If he doesn't have an out, like he doesn't have like a big piercer or something, we will win the game from deck out. If we draw our Darkness Crested Hawk as well, we will tribute Set. Because it has higher defense and higher attack, so it will give us a better chance of living through his OTK. Okay. Tributes to Torna. Now, if he doesn't do it on our middle one, we are in a pretty good spot. If he hits it on our middle one, we are in a bit of a scary spot. Ah, of course, we lost the... We had 33% of it being in our favor, but we lost it. It was bad. Ah, 2,400 is a lot. Okay. So we'll flip this. Go ahead and activate. We'll send our wind to grave. We'll draw. We will then normal summon. Activate the effect. Change this. Then tribute 2. Has to be level 4 or lower. So we will activate this now. Add this back to hand. We'll normal summon. Activate the effect. Put an earth in grave. What don't we have in grave? We have earth, light, fire, wind, water... We don't have dark. That's kind of funny. Alright. We'll summon. Activate the effect. Put a dark in grave. Tribute 2. Activate the effect of Volt Condor. Activate the effect of Volt Condor. Summon Seahorse. Activate Seahorse. Take that Kana. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. SRM. Activate the effect. Summon. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Activate the effect. Go to battle. And then you're dead, sir. Get out of my game! It was like, I'll play the set game against the only deck that wants to play the set game. I'm like, yeah, unless you literally one turn kill me, I'm gonna kill you on the crackback, sir. Well, that was a nice game. We're probably not going to get very many of those. I've actually played that matchup in reverse before. We want to save that one as well, actually. It's a nice, diverse games there. And now we just go again. So again, that's a weird game, right? Because it's not going to be super representative of how that matchup's going to go. There aren't many decks that will just play the set game against your opponent. Now, against non-Volt Condor, the Spellcaster deck is pretty good at playing the set game. But Volt Condor specifically is super powerful into it. I know because I played the set game against the Volt Condor deck in a tournament before and did lose one of my 3 games against it because I didn't realize quite how explosive the deck can be if it has a hand full of cards. Right, shall we see if we can find another game? It's weird. Our first, like, 3 or 4 games, the queues were instant. And now they've been taken a while, just the last couple. I mean, I guess most people, yeah, are just going to be grinding out KC Cup. It's a weird one as well, because I don't feel like the queues are short enough that we should, like, play a different game. Or long enough, even. That we should, like, do something else while we're waiting for games. So it's really awkward, like, 60-second kind of time. Maybe we jinxed it by saying it was only going to be a minute. I was trying to take a look at some other Lightning Bolt Condor decks so we could maybe find some inspiration for what we could do with this deck. And there's only actually 2 Lightning Bolt Condor decks on DLM. Which is really sad. Just really goes to show how much it's fallen. Thank you for the follow, Jaden. How's it going? Yeah, it'd be really nice to see Lightning Bolt Condor. I don't even know what the deck needs. It needs something, right? It needs something. There are literally now more Blue Falcon formation decks than there are Volt Condor decks on DLM. Like, that is so sad. That's so sad. People were so excited for this deck as well. Mind you, Yami Ruler's starting to slip. I mean, we know Yami Ruler's been slipping for a while, though. Dragons obviously popping off alongside Dragon Casters. What is this queue, bro? What is this queue? Where have all the Rush players gone? There's like 6 of us queuing up. Well, there's probably like 7, and the other 6 are all in games at the moment, so I'm waiting for them to finish. There we go, finally. From Indonesia. Playing a Luke. Maybe this will be our first dragon game, which is super rare because usually we play nothing but dragon whenever we queue rank. 3 high levels in hand. We waited like 2 minutes for this game, and we have nothing. Okay, we have to try and do what we can. But this is a massive brick. Jesus. We have 7 high-level monsters in our deck. We've opened 3 of them. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. This may already be over. We'll have to see what our opponent's got for us. Let's see if they are on dragon. If he just sets 3 pass, we might be alright. If he summons out a Dragius, we are beyond fucked. That's fine. Things are still fine. If he doesn't summon out... Nah, now things are no longer fine, because he's going to use his skill. Okay. Oh, God. And he's got out 3 monsters, which makes it even worse. Yeah, he did. I was hoping he'd misplay and he wouldn't buff up Fire Guardian. If he gets greedy... No, he's not even getting greedy. Okay, we're going to lose over half our life, and we currently have no way to summon out either of these cards in hand. We would need exactly a Seahorse Carrier and a Kana here to be able to do anything. We literally don't have a play. Oh, this is so bad. We drew another high-level monster, which means we only have 4 left in deck. And we only have 3 left in deck. We literally just straight up lose it. We don't have a play. We can't activate Recovery Force. We can set this pass, and then we just die. So that's all we got. Oh, that's sad. But, again, it's all part of the game, right? Sometimes you're just going to draw a hand that's completely unplayable. Right. Oh, instant queue. Nice. That's what we want. Right, let's see if we can get an actual game to... Oh, it's this guy again from Taiwan. Now that's also a bad sign that we're queuing into the same people multiple times. Was this guy playing Luke last time? I don't think they were. Okay, this is a fine open. We simply set 3 pass. Now, we just need to make sure we get a high level in our next hand. Okay, Twin Edge. So he is actually just playing Dragonic Resonance. I think this was the Gavin player that we played against before. Bunker. Gets full value Bunker. Which is kind of fine. Like... Gets out the Dragorite. And double Dragorite as well. So he's full power. Which means we're definitely losing our entire board. There's nothing we can do about that. Which again is kind of fine. It comes down to what we draw now. If we're able to get a combo off, we're in an okay position. So that means... If we can get out any of our high levels, we'll be okay. Probably not, like, great, because dealing with 215s is going to be next to impossible, but we just need to find some high levels. We found 0 high levels. Okay. He still doesn't have any way to actually get to our life points, so we can still just set 3 more cards and pass, and be kind of okay. Do we keep Luminous Parrot in our hand? Is there any reason to do so? Mystic Dealer doesn't do a ton for us, so I think we might set that and then just pass. Keeping Double Parrot in hand means we can potentially change his entire board into light and do a big combo play. We'll see what he's got for us. The other benefit we have is dragons, again, do not have a good way to get your opponent's life points. He either just has to straight up pierce or summon a multi-strike Dragon Dragius. Okay, so this is going to get a little bit... Yikes. Seeing that gone is pretty good for us. This might be okay, because if he tries to attack one of these... Oh no, because yeah, he's going to boost it by 500. Oh, of course he is. So we're going to take 28 here. There's nothing we can do about that. He now does have a light out. We need to find high-level monsters. We found all of them last game. Why can't we find any of them today? Okay, now we found too many. Okay, we will activate Recovery Force. We're just going to put some of this stuff back into our deck. So we'll put these back in. That's kind of okay. There's nothing like specific we need here. So we're going to summon. We're going to go ahead and activate the effect. We're going to change this to a light monster. We're then going to summon. We're going to tribute 2. Summon out bird. We'll activate our skill. Change this to light. And we'll pop this back in our hand. We'll then summon. Summon. Is it even worth summoning that? Either way, we can activate this effect now. What attack are they going to go down to? I mean, we do clear the whole board like this. And we end up with a stronger board as well. I think we do this then. Unfortunately, this is still not great, but this is the best we have. And we still just died a full combo. So if he just... Well, we even died to like a mini combo, right? If he just drops a Dragonic Pressure, I think we just straight die. If he summons Dragius, we take 13 plus 13. Okay, so he's summoning Dragius. There's no reason to not take Dragius here. Unless he's already got a Dragius in hand. Dragius is always the correct option here. Okay, so either he's got a Dragius in hand or he's dumb. One of the two. Summons out Bunker. Activates Bunker. Where are we going with this? So he can go up to 28, which means I will take 16. That doesn't work. Oh my god. What are you doing, bro? Okay, that now works. But what do you get? Now you've lost the 400 boost on the second monster in exchange for just this draw. There's the Dragius. Okay, but was that the draw is the question. Yeah, so this is lethal. We have lost the game. But again, we bricked super hard. We also are against a tier 1 deck. So, all things considered, we did pretty good here. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure he misplayed there and got really lucky to make a comeback. I'm pretty sure he did a really, really stupid play, but he's just playing, you know, 1, if you just draw the out, it doesn't matter. And 2, if he, It doesn't... If you're playing a deck like Dragons, you can kind of get away with making a lot of mistakes, and you're not going to like lose the game a lot of the time because of it. I'm not really sure what our out to Dragons... I mean, for start off, don't brick. That's the number 1 play. But on top of that, it's super awkward. We basically need to plus as much as we can. And then do our full combo, summon out as many monsters as we can, weaken our opponent's entire board, and then try and kill them through it. But that's easier said than done is the issue. Okay. Got a Japanese player. Also on Yuga. Current win streak 3. It's got the old Duel Academy playmat. Good old GX. Still in his draw phase. Ugh, that means he's probably got all the voice lines on. So he's just going to take extra time with each of his turns. Tribute set. So it's probably SAR. He's probably just set a 1700 defender. I think in which case we just go on the defensive ourselves. Let me pass. Let's see what he's got. Are we going to play the set wars again? Or is he going to get aggressive? That's the question. Okay, straight into SRM. Where are we going from here, though? Are we going to give this Pierce? Are we going to summon out a Torna? Or are we just going to swing over one guy? Okay, Seven's Road Witch. Are we going to summon out double SRM? No. Okay. Is he going to have another 6 to play? Is... Oh, I don't know about that one. I would have much rather he held that, because then he could... Wait, he's also not using SAR. I suppose it doesn't matter. He knows 16 clears anyway. We don't have an Aqua, which is really bad. Alright. We summon. We activate, because we need another spellcaster in the graveyard. Unfortunately, we still haven't got what we want, so we're going to activate Recovery Force. Pop all 3 of these back in. Please give me Kana. Ah, that's not Kana. Okay, we can still do stuff. Go ahead and tribute 2. Summon. Go ahead and activate the effect. Put another card in grave. Might as well change that. Summon. Tribute 2. Summon out SRM. Activate the effect of Crested Hawk. Boost itself. Activate SRM. Might as well just activate the skill because we can. Why not? Yeah, that's right. Not that one. Go to battle. So we always have to attack over this. And we always clear one of these. Then we pass. Not the best thing. Did someone redeem Nut again? Yes. We are in a all Nut November. So you have to choose which sleeves you want after this game, Steve. Fat yellow baby dragon. Just want him back, do you? Oh, he's going on the defensive. Interesting. Okay. I mean... we always activate SRM here. I guess we do just go battle, and then we just swing over. We kind of want to get into a position where, again, we are just going to be massing cards. Wait, did he just have... He did. He had another Seven's Road Witch. So does he not have SAR? No, he's on Hammer Crush deal. That means he's probably got Dragius in his deck? How has he not seen the other half of his deck? He's only seen spellcasters. Recovery Force, okay. He must be on Dragius, right? Otherwise you'd be on SAR. Put those 3 back in... So that means he must have an SRM in hand. Otherwise there's no reason to put all 3 of those back in and just pray that he draws one. This is such a strange game. No, graveyard's looking quite nice. Okay. What's the benefit of this, though? You get to clear one guy? Oh, you're emptying your hand. No, wait. What? You must have a high-level monster in hand, then. Otherwise, you're going to tribute these to summon it? Otherwise, you would just tribute summon out D and Keto, discard to fix the hand. That is a very strange play. Why would you not D and Keto? Because you've got another card you want to summon. Okay, okay, this makes sense. The issue here is we're only getting one draw. Mind you, we do have Parrot, so we're kind of fine. So we summon Parrot. Activate Parrot effect. Does it matter what we change? It does not. So we will simply change this. We will activate the effect. It's 1,000 attack, right? So actually I could put it over here. That's kind of funny. Swing in here. Swing in here. Get in for the 15. And pass. Okay, this is looking alright. I mean, how does he kill us? He needs to get out a Dragius and an SRM. So how does he do that? He draws 5. Summon Tribute for S7's Red Witch. Discard. Gets out the 7's Red Magician. That doesn't kill us. He only has 1 card left. Flip over the face down, Recovery Force to get a 2nd card. Then he'd need a Seahorse combo, but he doesn't have any Aquas. Set. Are we tributing? There's the Dragius. There's the 2nd Dragius. So that's our entire board gone. Nope, yep. And there's one of those useless witches you shoved into your deck for some reason. Alright, well if we can find any of our high levels, we are in a really good position. The only downside is we only have 2 draws. But we need to find a high level now. Okay, there's a high level. Yeah, this is just fine, right? We have everything we need. So we summon. We summon. We tribute 2. We activate our skill. We make this into a light. We take back our bird. We activate our skill. We discard our bird. We weaken both of his monsters. We summon out our big monsters. We go to battle. We kill his dragon. We kill his witch. And the game is ours. Yes! Well, this build definitely feels a lot better than the last one. Alright, let's go change our sleeves. I believe a fat yellow baby dragon was demanded. To be fair, the only reason we realistically won that was because his Dragius were all on the bottom of his deck. So we can't feel too good about that win, but at the same time, we take those, right? We take them. Alright, so you want... where is he? This guy. I can't remember what his name is, like Baby Draco or something. Alright, well, from that game we learned that the deck is decent when it gets to do what it wants to do. So I don't think we need to change anything. Let's see what we get. Let's go again. Let's go again. I'm also tempted to try grinding out the KC Cup, but we don't really have any strong decks to really do it with. So we'll probably play this for at least a little while longer. Then we might try and play some Speed Duel. We don't really have any like meta decks at the moment, and we don't really want to be spending our gems. So we're in a bit of a weird predicament. Oh my god, is that the Destiny? Right, we're going second. See what we get. Okay, well this is an okay hand, which means we're going to draw another high-level monster and brick. Let's see what he's got for us. Why don't you have any meta decks? Is this not your main account? So, the thing to remember about Duel Links is it is a gacha game. And it's a gacha game that updates every month. So, in order to keep up to date and have everything, or having everything is not super realistic as a free-to-play account unless you're grinding, like, literally constantly. What are we doing with this? We should pay attention to this for a second. I think we will just empty our hand and try and clear his board. Normal summon. Normal summon. Then we will simply go to the battle phase. The phase that is battle. And we'll see if we can't clear these. Which we can. Clear both. Nice. Yeah, so because of that, the only time I ever have meta decks is when I'm playing in advance, right? So if I know there's a meta I want to get back into, or if I know I want to be playing Duel Links in a couple of months, I will start grinding 2 months ahead of time, and then use those gems to get a meta deck. And the meta changes so drastically every month that you have to basically spend a bunch more gems to build a current meta deck in speed. So because I've spent the last 2 months grinding and spent all my gems on Rush, that means I don't have gems to spend on speed, right? That's kind of the predicament we have found ourselves in. This is not bad. Okay, we'll summon this. We'll tribute these two. Activate our skill. Turn this guy into a light. Activate his effect. Boost. We then summon. Now, do I want an extra 1,000 attack? No, do I want whatever he's going to give? 7's Road Magician is probably better to hold. We're not going to kill. I don't really want to tribute summon this out, but I think it's worse to not and just have 2 high levels stuck in the hand. Get him nice and low. But yeah, that's the issue. I have, like, you know, meta decks from a year ago, from 2 years ago, from 4 years ago. I got loads of those. But I do not have a current meta deck. Because I can go and have a look now. So the current... Can we... That's something I can do. Not easily. What's this going to do? Okay, that's going to literally show nothing because we haven't got thingy open. Let's open this. Go and pop this over here. If we hop over to here, is this going to work? Is it not? That's not quite what we wanted. That one. Okay, there we go. So these are the current, like, decks. So if we go to the tier list. Oh, I'm saying that. Our opponent did just surrender, so we have just won that. But look at over here. Like, these are the current, like, best decks in the game. So Blackluster Soldier has been out for just over a month. Live Twin is practically brand new. Rocket has been out for a while. Altergeist is brand new. Grandora, I think, has been out for a while. Odd Eyes is like 3 months old. 10 years, just over a month old. Trickstar's been out for a while, and Asarctic's been out for a little while, I think. But like, I haven't been playing like Speed for the last couple of months, which means, you know, I haven't got any of those cards. I was building Orcust before, but I can't finish it at the moment. Is the current main issue that I'm having. Right, let's go check our replays quick. I just want to see how many we've gotten today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I want at least one more replay, so we're going to keep playing this for now. Shui, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are currently grinding out some Rush. We are playing some Vault Condor, trying to see if we can turn it into something good. We've had mixed results so far, but we have had a couple of really hype wins. My name is Tomato Sauce. If you haven't seen me before, I have a YouTube channel where I make Rush Duel content. If anyone wants to go and check it out. What are we doing now? We don't really have much of a play. So we're going to set. We're going to set. How's it going, Shui? How was the stream? Hope everything went well. I'm going to assume you were grinding KC Cup. Why can't you finish it? You got 999 currency. Yeah, exactly. What Dragon said. I'm saving that for Rush, right? I'm just going to pass. Like, if I spend all my gems on speed, then I won't have any for Rush. And if I spend them all on Rush, then I don't have any for speed. It's like, I was in Max tilting people with Live Twin Paleo. Oh, I think I saw your stream title. You were saying you were playing Paleo. Wait, how does that even work? How does Live Twin Paleo? What is the synergy there? I know Live Twin like to link summon into each other. They get like the draw, the pop. They get that whole like combo going. And Paleo's just like control traps. Live Twin. Ah, I see. There we go. There's the synergy. Oh, there's a Dragius. That's a little bit rough for us. If he summons double Dragius, we are boned. Please don't be a double Dragius. Oh god, it's double Dragius. Okay. The game may be over. This is a code red. And it's Beetle. And the only thing that really, really punishes the set war is if our opponent summons double Dragius. I think, are we dead? 1, 2, 3, hit twice. Yeah, we are just dead. We have lost the game. The OTK, wait. We have no longer lost the game. Our opponent has misplayed. We have a turn. We are probably dead, but we have a turn. Alright, here we go. We're just gonna pop off. That's all we have to do. We just have to pop off. We summon. What do we have engraved? We already have fire, so we need earth engraved, so we'll get that out. We will tribute to. Summon out the vault. Activate our skill. We change Beetle. We use the skill to take back Parrot. Then we summon. And we summon Parrot. We tribute 2. Summon out SRM. We'll go ahead and activate Lightning Vault Condor, discarding Lightning Vault Condor. We summon out the Dark Sork. We activate the SRM. We go Seven's Road. We attack over the Dragius. We attack over the Dragius. We attack over the Sevens. We did it. That's all it takes, baby. That's all because he did not have confidence. He needed to have confidence. Nice. That went, like, he had lethal. He had lethal on board, and he should have known that he had lethal. So, we shouldn't have been able to take that, but we take those. You know, we always take those. Oh, man. I was sat there like, yeah, he straight up has lethal. He's got 6,400 damage. There's literally no card that we could have to stop him. He should know this. Guaranteed over. But we made the comeback. Whew. Alright. We're against Republic of Korea, Luke. Now, we haven't actually beaten a dragon today. I would like to beat a dragon today, ideally. We'll see if we can with the birds. See if our bird's good enough. Win streak 3. That's something we didn't think we'd be seeing today. And we're going first, which is not ideal, but potentially also fine. Do we rather have a 15, or would we rather have Luminous Parrot? I think we're going to keep the 15, because I like having Parrot engraved, just so we can bring it back with Volt Condor. But then again, we'll always be able to get it engraved anyway, because we can summon it, tribute it, but we'll see what happens. Okay. What are we getting out? Is it Bunker? No, it's Dragius! Okay. Dragius turn 1 might not be too bad, especially if he sets. Okay. So this is now scary for later, but now he can clear our board, but can't get to our life points. I beat dragons that aren't, like, Dragonic Resonance, right? Or Dragonic Pressure. No, yeah, Resonance. I beat, Dragon Casters, and then I beat Beatdown, starring dragons. What do we do with this hand? What do we do with this hand? This is awful. Okay. I can discard... I think we always have to discard the 7-0 Magician here, which is awkward as hell. But 7-0 Magician can't be used right now. Oh, that's also really bad. Okay. This is super bad. That was the worst possible draw. Alright. We simply tribute 2. Summon out Hawk. Which now means we can activate Recovery Force. We'll put you, and you back in. Things not looking good. Okay. I mean, sure, we'll activate the skill, why not? Aha, you're light now. Summon. Activate. Boost. Straight to battle. Swing over, and then crash. Which is not ideal, because again, we are ending our turn with just a 2100. So, not looking good. Having this Darkness Crested Hawk, we really just wanted another normal summonable monster, but we discarded 7-0 Magician, drew into Recovery Force, which also we couldn't do anything with. We had to finagle that out, and then Recovery Force drew into another high-level monster. So we ended up dodging all of the good cards that we wanted to find. Right, here we go. This is awkward. What do we do with this? This is really weird. Alright. We just summon Seahorse. We activate Seahorse. We take back Kana. We set Kana. We tribute 2. Summon out Bird. We'll just summon out another Bird, I guess. We'll just go to battle. We'll swing, and we will not run into a high defense monster. There it is. Alright, I guess we'll just do this. And then pass. Let's see what he's got for us. Dragonic Pressure. Okay, that's fine, right? Even if he goes full combo, it's still a maximum of 4,800. So we know we're not dead this turn. We do have a really good hand in double Seahorse Carrier, which means if we do draw double Tribute Monster, we can summon out both and potentially get off more effects as well. So our best possible draws here is going to be like 7-0 Magician, Volt Condor. If we can get both into our hand, we are going to be in a really good position. Yeah, here's his full combo, 48. Alright, come on. We want SRM and Volt Condor. We got 2 and 3 in deck. Come on. Okay, this is fine. The issue is, if we want to beat that, we either have to crash, which is really bad, or we have to gamble. I think we're going to gamble. Because if we can find the Vault Condor, we still have 3 left in deck. It'll be huge. Yes! There's the gambling. Gambling's good, guys. We activate Seahorse Carrier. We take back Kana. We then tribute both. Oh, we have actually just misplayed as well, which is a little bit awkward, but that's kind of fine. We'll activate the skill. We'll turn you into a lovely light monster. And we'll return Parrot to hand. Oh, well, we still have that engraved. Okay, that's fine. So we just simply normal summon, activate the effect, bring this back, normal summon, tribute both, go ahead and activate his effect, go ahead and activate his effect, and just discard this, I guess. Sure, why not? Normal summon. Go to battle. I could have done this so much better. Like, we're just looking at it, and I'm just like, yeah, this play was just really bad. I misplayed twice during this turn. Overall, I wouldn't have won the game, but I could have got... How much more damage would it have been? An extra 600? Alternatively, I could have done minus 12, but plus... I guess 12. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. This ended up being the better play. The issue here now is he just attacks over this and I die. Because he's going to use his skill to boost. Set Kana beats out Parrot. Yeah, I think you're right. We were basically just looking to see how much damage we could get in. It does the same amount of damage as well, because the 1200 we gained from attacking with Parrot would just be the extra 600 reduced off 2 monsters' attack. But I guess the flip side is, no, because it wouldn't have been, because we didn't use the Luminous Parrot's effect, and that would have been how we changed the other guy, so it would have been 600 less damage. But, if our opponent summons out Dragus, it doesn't really matter either. How you doing, Hylister? To be honest though, this deck has been doing a lot better than I thought it was going to do. Which is at least something. When the deck pops off, it really pops off. It's just... still in a little bit of struggle street. I don't know if we've actually beaten a Aqua deck yet, you know. Like, we've beaten decks that have Aqua cards in them. But I don't think we beat, like, mind you, I don't think we played against a full-on Aqua deck today. Doing okay. Hope you're doing well, too. Yeah, I'm doing great. Oh, it's one of those weird situations where when you go into games expecting to lose, it's a lot harder to get, like, tilted, you know? And so with that mindset, we've been having a great time. Oh, it's Dice. I assume this is the Dice of tournament fame, who keeps... I think he came second in one tournament. I know he's been topping a lot. But then again, Dice is a common enough name that this could just be a random person. Double Vault Condor. Ugh. This is a really awkward hand. Do we just set 3 pass? It's either set 3 pass or it's like tribute set Vault Condor. Both suck. I think we're going to try this. But both are terrible, right? Either one I'm basically inviting that I just take a ton of damage, and the other is I end with 2 high levels in hand. So both options are awful. With the success of Cure, Master D, and Keto, I have been testing set Party for the 29 card deck, an extra 200 heal. It's actually going pretty well. Nice! I haven't actually looked too much into that, because I've just been obviously really liking Cure, Master D, and Keto. Party is... It's a weird card, right? Because you look at it and you're like, oh, I don't really want this. Okay, well, thank God he didn't attack. Right, we have to start doing stuff here. It's just what? I can get out 2 high-level monsters and not clear his whole board. And all of my monsters suck being proactive. What do I do here? I can flip discard. Let's go for that. I think that's going to be the play. I need to get a lower number of high levels in my hand. What is this? Okay. Jeez. Okay. We will set by tributing these. This is my play. There is like no good play here. We're just going to do this and hope. God, yeah, there's just... I don't know what I'm supposed to do when my deck plays 7 high-level monsters and we see 5 of them immediately in the game. Like, how are we supposed to play this? And the other really bad thing is my deck is really terrible at being proactive. It really wants to be reactive. We do now have a Grace Princess Kana in Grave, which means if we do draw another Seahorse, we can summon out both of these. We would also, though, need to ideally find a Parrot to actually be able to use them. Let's see what Dice has for us. It's a shame as well, because I would have really liked to just play against Dice and not Brick and actually get like a proper game going, but this already just feels like it's kind of just a waste of time. Let's see what he's got for us, though. We're still going to play it out either way. Double Dragius. Oh, okay. So we bricked and Dice drew out. Oh, that's just game. That's just game. I mean, what do we do here? Oh, man. That's so sad. Oh, I wanted a really cool game. But instead, we drew absolutely nothing. And he drew double Dragius. I mean, that's always going to be the major weakness of Vault Condor, right? Is that you can't play Dragius with Lightning Shift. It's funny that as well, how all the decks that can't play Dragius, their main drawback is that they can't play Dragius. Okay, let's see what happens in this game. Hopefully, we won't draw out all of our high-level monsters immediately. Okay, he's on a 2-win streak. Playing Luke. Luke means there's like a 90% chance he's playing Dragonic Resonance. So we will simply set 3 pass. Let's see what our opponent has for us. Now, my guess is going to be... Yeah, it's looking like it. It's looking very Dragonic Resonancy. Okay, just triple attack. Oh, why did you attack like that? Ugh. Okay, this still works out. But I want to get the extra 400 damage in. So he's played all in attack, which makes me want to attack him. Unfortunately, we still don't have Seahorse live. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can summon out my whole hand. But, like, Volt Condor doesn't do anything. We still don't have a Lightwing Beast in Grave. Alright, let's summon out Dealer. We're going to take a bit of a chance here. We're going to activate Dealer. Discard Golem. Draw a card. Right, there's Kana. That's what we wanted. So we'll set. We will then Tribute 2. Summon out the SRM. We'll normal. Activate Carrier. Take back Kana. We'll then Tribute 2. Activate the SRM. Activate our skill. Sure, you can be a light. There's no real reason to discard, so I think we'll just set. Go to battle. We will swing. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. We'll just go for more damage. Putting him down to 23 is decent. It's not fantastic, right? Because our board is still very outable. Like, again, no matter what board we make in this, a single Drag Ace is always going to be able to clean it up. That is just the curse of the Volt Condor. Okay. On the plus side, since we did leave him with a monster, he can't use Sports Dragon to draw or to gain an extra card, but he can use Triad too. Okay, Bunker. Bunker's probably going to dig for Dragius. Put cards to the top. Sets the Resonance. Summons out the Dragorite. But that means you can't clear both of my monsters. So I'm going to have a guy. I'm either going to have a Volt Condor or I'm going to have a Seven's Road. Isn't this really awkward for you now? Okay. Man, Parrot here would have been great. So we could discard Volt. That doesn't work. We'd have to discard with Seahorse. Okay, we'll do this. We'll activate Seahorse. Bring back Kana. We will summon Kana. If we're only getting one discard either way, there's no point in summoning out the second Volt. So we always do this. We activate our skill. We make this light. We normal. We activate. There's no way to change another one. Which means this is probably the best I've got. We go to battle, we swing. And we win. Hey, I was expecting something, but there was nothing. I mean, the only reason we won that again is because he got a little bit complacent, I guess. He just put a load of stuff in attack and just let us get in for a load of damage. Which, you know, we take those, but all things considered, I think he wins that more often than not. Hey, we finally got Explosion Drive. Oh my god, I can't believe that. It's been so long, and we finally have it. Man, do we build Explosion Drive now? Or do we keep trying to just go with this? I think we've played enough of this to kind of know where it kind of sits. Like, it's a good deck. He stole your strategy, no defense, only attack. Well, it's a weird, like, it's a weird philosophy, right? But I always, because Yu-Gi-Oh has like attack mode, defense mode, and we actually play defense mode a lot. But I will always say like on defense, and by that what I'll mean is when my opponent when it's my opponent's turn, what have I got left up on my board? What's protecting me? What's defending me? But obviously, it's really bad terminology because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has defense as a thing. Alright, let's go to deck editor. Let's take a look at... Let's get rid of our noodle deck. We don't need that in the moment. Let's take a look at some Explosion Drive. Now, will someone be able to help me out here? Is there going to be a lovely deck on... it's looking like not, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping there'd be a nice Explosion Drive list I could just rip from DLM, but it looks like it is not popular enough. Let's go last 4 weeks. Will that show one? Nope, still not. I assume it's not just going to appear in spellcasters. No. Right, well, let's take a look at the skill. So it can only be used if the only monster in your deck are spellcasters and rocks. This turn, one face-up fire attribute monster on your field gets 500 attack. Its level is increased by 1. Then you can set Road Magic Explosion from your hand in your spell and trap zone. You have to set it from your hand as well. Ugh. If you do, add 1 fire attribute to 800 defense or less from your graveyard to your hand. So I guess we will filter by spellcasters and rocks, right? Get ready for the massive pool of cards. We always do those. We always do those. I mean, I guess we probably want Torna. Maybe it's not as important. Probably want that. Probably want at least one of those. Want those. Want those. Can't use Aquas with this, unfortunately. So we've already got a load of fire. We've got wind. We've got water. We've got dark. We've got earth. We don't have light. Wait, are there no... Oh god, it's Lamoon. Surely we don't include Lamoon, right? Surely not. This is actually an awkward as hell deck to build, isn't it? Because no matter how you do this, you're gonna not have enough monsters. Unless you just start putting in, like, terrible cards. It's 800 or less defense. And we could just slap in, like, the Dark Magician, but that doesn't seem good. Anslet and Splat also count as level 7s for Road Magic Explosion. Oh, do they? Let's have a look. So, if we take that off. Let's read the card. If you have a face at level 7 or higher spellcaster monster on your field, send 1 fight attribute monster from your hand to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent. So this is obviously the card that we're going to want. I don't know if we want 3 of it specifically. Then if we look at our skill again. This turn, 1 face at fire attribute monster on your field gains 500 attack. Its level is increased by 1. I see, there we go. Then we can set. So that's really good for turning our... But it's going to have to be fire, because it's only a fire monster that buffs, right? Which means we're only really going to want Ansler. I suppose... Double check that again. 1 fire attribute monster on your field and increase. So it has to be a fire attribute monster that increases its level. So Splat wouldn't work with that anyway then, right? Because we can't increase Splat's level because it's not fire. We can increase Ansler's. Splat doesn't buffer the skill, but... Oh, yeah, it can raise its own level. Yes, that's right. Is that something we want? Do we want just Road Magic Explosion? I mean, I guess. I mean, the backup for this deck is just going to be SRM Beat. Is Full Meteor Impact actually worth doing? The Destroy all face at level 6 or higher monsters on your opponent's field. That effect can actually be pretty good if we can get it off. It's just how often are we actually going to get it off? If we are going to just hard summon this, right, we'd have to go summon, tribute out Seven's Road Magician, summon, tribute out our Full Meteor Impact, and without the ability to run Karibot or Sports Dragons or Aquas, we can't do that easily. We just already have to have just a guy left over on board. Even if we did Witch, it wouldn't work, right? Because it'd be summon, tribute for Witch, discard, summon out Seven's Road Magician, 1 card left over. So there's no good way to get Full Meteor Impact off, but we can use the skill to put it back in our hand. Is that even something worth doing? I almost kind of don't want to use Full Meteor Impact. I'd almost just rather like take him out and just put like splats in. That's an extra water, which is nice. We could discard it with Mystic Dealer. Works with Romantic Explosion. Almost never used the effect. It's just a 3k guy to beat Dragius. That is a good point, actually. This deck really struggles against Dragius outside of SRM. I almost don't even want Torna, but I think... Does the deck just straight need Torna? So now we have 8 ways that beat SRM, that beat Dragius, which is kind of what we need, because that also, in turn, beats, like, Dean Keto. We have plenty of draw power. We have maybe a few too many high levels in here, just because Ansler plus Torna plus Full Meteor plus SRM is a little bit yikes. The only cards that work with our skill at the moment is Full Meteor and Ansler. So I feel like we need both of them, really. We kind of want to just keep Explosion, because that kind of what gets the whole thing going. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Only half the deck is normal summonable monsters. That's a little bit scary. The alternative is that we just take out the Tornas. Put in more normal summons. That potentially makes the deck a little bit more consistent, but then doesn't give us a way to get through. Because Torna's really good at like killing through defense monsters as well as outing things like Dragius. The other problem is, what else do we even put in as normal summons? Like, Strange Cat? And then there's stuff like, do we want to include things like Recovery Force? It's maybe a little bit greedy to include Recovery Force, just because we've already got 3 spell cards. We're probably going to brick on these at least a couple of times as well. Let's try this. Let's just go with this and see how it feels. Best way to know what you want to change in a deck is just to play it. Let's try and explosion drive some people. Hopefully. No, that's not a great way to start. Hopefully we'll get to see what the deck's kind of meant to do. Even if we don't win, we just kind of want to get a feel for the deck. We want to just see how it plays. Something tells me that we're not going to make it into this game. Communication timed out. Who would have thought? Dual loss 1,000. 5-card draw 100. We'll take our 1,100 points. Got more low levels. Most people just run Wolfran, Flame Manipulator for the skill. Because you can add them back to your hand. Because it's any fire monster that has low defense. Let's have another read of this. Add one fire attribute monster with 800 defense or less from your graveyard to your hand. Yes, okay. I was expecting it to just be specifically high levels. But who's cooler of the two? I mean, it's got to be Wolfram, right? Let's take that out as well. We only need... In fact, we have 2 of those in, so we'll put those in. This looks way better. Let's go with that. Plus, who doesn't love Wolfang as well? Manipulator has 1000 defense, so you want Wolfram. Yeah. Just noticed that as well after I was saying about it. Let's see what we can do against Reborn. Mimi and Mimi. And we're going first. I mean, we can set up 2500 monsters. Well, I think we're just going to set 3 fiery boys and pass. I just fought Reborn myself. Good luck. Thank you so much. How did your game go? Did you win or did you lose? I suppose I should also ask what deck you were on. I don't know if you were specifically on your party deck. Okay, so looking like Dragon Casters at the moment. I won this one. They were on 3 Phantom Bind Cure Master, 2 Dragus, 2 Prima, 3 SRM. Ah, I see. So it's kind of the like the cross between Aqua Aggro and Dragon Casters with Aqua Package. I mean, we just kind of go in, right? I want to keep a 1500 in hand for the following turn. I actually want to leave that in defense. Just to try and play around me just getting randomly beat down. I want to clear his board. I'm not too worried about trying to kill him at the moment. Get his life points super daily. Okay, Seahorse Carrier is a little bit scary, because if he goes like... He could easily just like double Dragius me right now. Tributes 2, including Lamoon. Gets out the second SRM. Set, Tribute. Oh, is he going to Dragius SRM me? That would be awful. If he summons out double SRM, it's going to suck, but it's kind of okay. If he gets out Prima, okay, yeah, Prima's also fine. This could have been so much worse. I get to keep a body here. The only thing that's kind of a little disappointing about this is it means that I could have just attacked with the Fire Golem. I could have got the extra 12 in, and I wouldn't have got punished for it. How has he got all the attributes in Grave already? No, he hasn't. I'm just being a dumb. It's because he's used Prima's effect. That's the reason I never liked SRM in the whole Aqua package with it, because you play so many lights that SRM ends up feeling a little bit like he never really gets much attack going. Got 2100 life points already. Things aren't looking great. I could use that to get Wolfram back. What does that actually do? Like almost nothing, right? I guess we'll summon. Always use the effect. And yeah, I guess we're just going to tribute. The downside here is that we can't out the other card. No matter what we do. We have no way to get a level 6 to hand outside of just, like, finding a draw. Unless we mill one now, and then we can add it back. That doesn't do it. Which means we have to just set these. Where does this leave us? He can gain 18. This one can gain... make the whole board gain 900. I think we attack here. The only way we get really, really punished is if he gets out Dragius. But again, we're on so little life points that we're probably boned anyway. The only way we clear there is if with our SRM we milled one of our 3 Ansler or one of our 3 full Meteor Impacts. Then we add it back with our skill. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Oh, he's about to send out Dragius, isn't he? There's no other reason to set here. We needed to find one of our 6 cards to be able to clear, which we didn't find. And he needed to find one of his 2. And he found his, yep. So now if he just has a normal summon, that's just game. Yeah, that's just game. I mean, again, what can we do, right? We didn't find any of our 6 cards that could have cleared. Explosion's another really awkward card, because if your opponent aren't setting back right, this basically is just a 1200 burn spell. And we have to send a fight attribute card from our hand to graveyard as well. Ugh. It's very yikes. I mean, there was no winning that either way, right? Like, our deck is pretty dog shit. Like, this is a meme deck. Like, we're not kidding anyone here. We're playing against someone who seems competent, playing a decent deck as well. Alright, let's see what we get this time. Trainer Red. Good old Pokemon reference. Another Mimi. We're going second. It's a little bit awkward. And we can beat that with our impact. Oh, don't just summon another. There's no reason to do this unless you're going to summon another high-level monster. I don't think I can out both of these no matter what. If I use my skill, I can boost the attack of impact. Which means having Ansler doesn't change anything, so I might as well discard Ansler. That means I can get Ansler back to my hand, which is kind of funny. We'll tribute 2. Summon the boy, activate the effect. Boost the attack. Add this back to hand. Now again, I could just summon it out, but like... it doesn't do anything other than get Ansler out of my hand. Could have Ansler crash into Dragius, keep impact to deal with Prima. I mean, that clears the board, but it doesn't like deal with the underlying problem of that. Then I would just have an Ansler with 2000 attack on the field. Whereas this way I get to keep a 2500 attack monster and another monster to protect my life points. Which is at least a little bit harder for him to deal with. Well, Creebot doesn't do anything. Don't have another Dragius. Don't have found 2 Dragius in your top 10. Oh, come on. And this is the ultimate punish once again. I feel like this is like the 3rd person in a row I fought that just opens like double Dragius like the first 2 turns. And I'm just like, I can't. You can't outplay that. I'm not allowed to play Dragius in the decks I'm playing. And he's got Pierce. That's just game then, right? I never like it when people play Pierce, because when people play Pierce in a deck that already has Dragius, it is the ultimate, like, if I get really, really lucky, I just get a free win every now and then. And they never seem to draw it at the times where it bricks them and they can't make a play because they've drawn their Pierce. Which is, like, really sad, because in my mind, you should always be drawing Pierce, like, oh man, I've got to get it. Like, my board's just been wiped. I have nothing going on. Draw 5. Oh, look, there's Pierce. And I've just lost because I've drawn it. But it never seems to actually happen like that. It's always, oh, I can just kill you now because I've got Pierce because you set 2-0 defense monsters. Like, it's one of those ones where it feels like really cheap. It's like back in the day when people used to like text Cyberstein in their decks, like way, way, way back in the day, like 20 years ago. It would be like, well, yeah, every now and then you're just going to get a kill with Cyberstein, and it's going to feel great, but... Alright, well, we can just set 3. Can't hold on to this, so we have to just set it and pass. Okay, so this is again just Aqua Aggro. Well, that was the best for us, because that means we get to keep a monster. We still need a way to out this guy. That is technically a way. Unfortunately, it doesn't do much. Having all these road magic explosions ain't doing much for us. We get like just a couple of 800 burns in. So we'll boost the attack. There's no reason to do that. We summon, we go to the battle phase, we crash, we attack over this, we get in for 12. And then we pass. Oh, I love Explosion Drive deck. Took me a while to figure out Ancellor is the signature card of the deck. Yeah, it's a weird one. Obviously, it's not a very good deck, like, right? Let's not try and pretend it's something it's not. It's not like topping any tournaments. It's not winning anything, but it is very unique, and that's very cool. So we're gonna try and see what we can do with it. It's just very weird, right? How this deck feels like it punishes your opponent for playing back row, basically, because you want to get as much burn as you can in. But most people just don't play back row, so the most Explosion's ever going to end up doing is going to be 1200. And it's really awkward for us to out Dragius. We basically need a high level monster and oftentimes a skill. Like, basically just Dragius is just beating the crap out of us right now, and there's nothing we can do about it. If we summon... We can't even do that. We have to basically just do what we can. Road magic explosion! Bang! And we'll just swing it. And pass. This is what I mean, right? Now anything outs this and then we're just dead. And there's like nothing I can do about this. It's like the whole deck is just bends the knee to multi-strike Dragon Dragius on its own. The third Dragius. He found all 3 Dragius in the top 14 cards of his deck. Jesus. We were not supposed to win this game. That's the second time we played against Dice today. And that's the second game where he has literally drawn all 3 Dragius in like the first couple of turns. And I'm like, how does this man do it? Is he just that lucky? Like, jeez, man. Yeah, I mean, we've been saying this today anyway, but it feels like any deck that can't run Dragius is always just going to be at a disadvantage because they can't run Dragius, right? Like, the last couple of games that we've lost, it was basically just our opponent summoned Dragius and killed us. And then our opponent summoned Dragius and killed us. And we're just like, we can't really do anything to stop that. And we can't do it back to them because we're not allowed to run Dragius ourselves. Like, I feel like the only decks that are remotely competent that cannot run Dragius... Actually, I said it's probably about 3, right? There's Disco Fever's been doing okay. Like, it's not standing out, but it's doing okay. Then obviously 7's XL Road is still pretty good, but I think it's fallen off a little bit since it kind of has a bad matchup into the Aqua Aggro deck. And then Yami Ruler again is fallen off. I've been running into way too many people playing Dragius, and they always seem to get them each turn. I mean, that's just how it goes, right? I usually find that even when I'm playing Dragius, I seem to find it every turn. But that's the thing. There's very few decks that are decent that can't play Dragius. Like, the best one's obviously SAR. And then it's probably the Disco Fever deck. Jeez. This is an awkward hand, isn't it? Alright, we summon. We summon. Tribute 2. We activate our skill. We boost our attack. We set. We get back our Fire Magician Boy. Come back, my Fire Golem. We summon Fire Golem. We set this, because I'd just rather have the draw than try and get the effect off again. And then we pass. Okay, well we've gotten down to 53, which would be decent, but obviously gained 1,000 life points, so it would be 43. It's 1, 2, Thunder the Thunder, Weaken Full Meteor, Tribute, just don't be Dragius. Just don't be Dragius. Just this once, just don't be Dragius. Just summon out a Dinkito. Nope. It's always bloody Dragius. At least it's just Dragius. That's something. But even if I could use my Road Magic Explosions, he's only got 1 monster out. So I can't even pop off or anything. Okay, we do out Dragius at least with this. That's something. We activate. I think we have to discard the second Torna. Actually, this does... Actually, this plays around it. We can just boost this guy. I was going to say, this play loses to Phantom Bind, but with a second 16, it no longer loses to Phantom Bind. Yep, you can throw away your Phantom Bind if you want, mate. me pass. Alright, now just don't summon Dragius. Statistically, it should be more likely it's still in your deck than it's in your hand. Therefore, naturally, you're going to now summon 2 of them against me in 1 turn. Oh, that's a Prima. That's not a Dragius. Under the Thunder. Okay. So that changed nothing. You just wanted to empty your hand. So these are going to be a maximum of 24. That was a misplay on their end. I wasn't paying too much attention to what they were doing. What else could they have done? I mean, we can clear the whole board. We have to give up our whole hand, though, which means we're not going to be using either of our burn spells. They used their Prima before summoning their monster. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Then, in which case, yes, that was a clear and obvious misplay. This is the main problem with Explosion Drive, right? Is I don't want to hold these in my hand, but I want to keep getting the monsters back. So, like, I'm at odds with the game mechanics themselves. And then if I want to use Road Magic Explosion, I need to get out either an Ansler or an SRM. And then I still have to be discarding fire attribute monsters. Which is great if we already have. Well, we can get out SRM. We can use one of these. We cannot get to our opponent's life points other than that. Alright, this is the play. We'll go ahead and tribute these 2. We'll summon. Activate. We're going to ditch this. That gives me 2 fire. Which means I can activate both of these. Which means he won't be able to use... thingy. He won't be able to use... God, what's the card called? Prima. Prima effect. Now the downside is we have just left a very weak card on our field. What's the punish? He gets out a 3,000 attack monster? No, Dragius, right? Dragius just kills. 15 plus 4. Yeah, Dragius just kills us. That's the punish. But I wanted to use my explosion drives. Or my road magic explosions. We hadn't used them yet. Alright, come on. We just need to draw the last one and we win. We don't have a fire to use it. How many do we have left in deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 of our 12, which means all 4 cards in our deck should be fire monsters, right? Unless my maths is off. Which is very possible. It is. What have I done wrong? 4, 4, 4, 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9. Which means, yeah, the rest of the 3 cards in our deck are now fire monsters. So we tribute these 2. We summon. We activate. We discard to draw one of our guaranteed fire monsters. We also could have just used our skill, set that and get a fire card back to our hand. We did it! We won a game! We won with Road Magic Explosion. Yeah, Explosion Drive. Best deck when your opponent doesn't do anything for 2 turns. Yeah, I don't know about this deck. I think it's weird. I don't like the Explosion Drive. To get the card back to your hand, you're forced to set a Road Magic Explosion from hand. That feels really bad. Like, I think you should just have to reveal that you have Road Magic Explosion. Like, either in your hand, so it forces you to constantly be down a card by just being like, you have to keep it in your hand the entire time. Or by just revealing that you have it face down. Because I don't think getting back a card every turn like is going to break this. The deck quality is still kind of mid. It's just... It feels really bad because you don't want to set Road Magic Explosion because then you're like, well, I'm not going to get the value of getting the card back to my hand. But you also don't want to just hold it in your hand because then it's just taking up space. You're drawing 1 less card each turn. And then to actually use Road Magic Explosion, you have to discard a card from your hand. And it's not just any card. You have to discard a fire attribute. Now, obviously, the idea is use Explosion Drive to get a fire card back to your hand to discard. But that only works if all of this all happens at once, right? You have to already have the 7 out, or the 6 in Ansela's case. Then set the Road Magic Explosion, get back the other card, and then you also have to be in a situation where discarding that card is better than just summoning it. It's so weird. So weird. I guess the logic is that they don't want you to be constantly just getting fire cards back to your hand. So you basically... They don't want you to treat it like a seahorse effect, where you're just getting back tribute fodder constantly. And I can understand that, but at the same time, this deck kind of needs that to be relevant. Hey, it's Dragzen. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself. And he's going to destroy us. Let's see what you got, Drag. I'm coming for you. I'm going to Explosion Drive all over you. And by that, I mean I'm probably going to lose horrifically. Okay, we got some Aquas. We've also got a Masaki, so this is probably Aqua Aggro. Okay, well we can confirm that Drag is not stream sniping. This is a really bad draw. What do we do with this? We summon. We have to get some of this crap out of our hand. I think we're going to get rid of Torna here. We will then tribute 2. Then we'll tribute to get out Ansela. We'll summon out the Sork. There's no reason to not activate our skill. We will also activate SRM. Go to battle. No matter what that defense is, we can get over it with our Sork. So we just go for damage. And we pass. Now the downside is, our deck kind of wants to burn our opponent to death, and Aquas like to heal. There's Seahorse. That's pretty good. You know, just don't drag us Dragzen. You wouldn't do that to us. We're friends. Friends don't drag us each other. Oh god, not Thunder. What's it called? What is that spell card called? Why is my brain stopped working? Okay. It's just Prima. Prima is fine. We can deal with Prima. It's not Dragius, that's what matters. Down another 1,000, down to 2,000 life. Cure Master Dinkeater, there we go. Back up to 3k. So another card left in hand. I'm guessing then that card in hand is a second Prima. I can't think of any other card you'd just leave in your hand. Draw 4. So we summon. Summon. No, that doesn't work how I want it to do it, does it? So if I summon this and use his effect, I can pop that, but not that. I would only have this left on field, and that doesn't do enough. Which means we basically have to do this. We'll then activate Explosion Drive. Go to battle, swing over this. Swing over this. Pass turn. Alright, now the really scary thing is, if he has the Aqua Spell card, he can reduce one of our guys to 0, and then if he has a Dragius, that would be, what, 500 plus 25, plus just anything direct kills us. Tributes 2, summons up the Dragius. Okay. Dragius on its own, not too bad. This is also going along with my theory that that card in hand is a second Prima Katana. Right. Let's see what we can find. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. We summon. We tribute summon. Explosion Drive. Give me this back. Explosion Drive. Boom! We did it! A second win with Explosion Drive. Woo! GG, Dragson. I do feel like you got very unlucky there. I assume that other card in your hand was a second Prima Katana, and that just got stuck in your hand. Let's check out our replays quick. So we'll keep that one. We like that. That was torn. Oh, torn. I knew it had to be some high-level monster that you didn't want to summon. So I just, in my mind, I was like, well, he's already on a Prima, so it's probably a second Prima. Right, let's go again against Saikoko. Maybe that's all you have to do. If you just talk shit to your opponent, you just get luckier. That's just how it works now, apparently. Clearly, I've not been talking enough shit on this guy because this hand is doo-doo. It gets worse. Just the more we talk, just the worse it gets. Well, behold, Saikoko. This is Ansler, the magical swordsman. Surely you cannot out it. I'm not feeling too good about this one, guys. It's not looking great, I'm not going to lie. Okay, we got Kana. We got Lamoon. Both in attack mode, which tells me they're about to be tributed. Party, 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 then tribute. Or just party, 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 then pass. Eh? And it's Dragius. Of course it's Dragius. Ugh. Well, we're losing most of our life points on this turn. Now, will we actually have enough cards to summon? Because there is a chance we draw another level 7 or 6 or a spell card, and we just cannot do anything. Let's see what happens. Now, we do get to have a turn. I guess I actually would rather summon out this guy, because he is a little bit harder for our opponent out, and we can boost it with Explosion Drive. And then we simply pass the turn. Oh lord. That's just game. Well, that's us done. That's a big ow. Well, let's see what else we got. I don't know if we would change anything in this deck. I don't know if there's like a better build. It's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. I'm not like disliking the deck. It's just, it's very easy to see its flaws, you know. It's very easy to see its weaknesses. They're kind of glaring. Let's see what we find. Okay. Not the best hand. Ah, this is the play. Alright, yeah. We tribute 2. Summon out the boy. Activate our skill. Boost the attack. Set the explosion. Take back the Wolfang. Summon the Wolfang. Tribute for Hansler. Bam. Okay, again, not the strongest board, but it doesn't just instantly lose to Dragius, at least. It does get cleared by Dragius, but Dragius does have to trade into it. Now Dragius can just walk over it. But, what are the odds? Okay, this is kind of fine. Oh no, SAR. Right, this is fine if he doesn't have SRM in hand. Which means he's going to have SRM in hand. Here we go. And the Dark Magician, okay. So this now outs my whole board, which is a little bit sucky, because I didn't really want to summon these guys out. I didn't really get a choice. So we've been forced into taking all this damage. Which is really not very good for us. Okay, we take the 8, we take the 15. That's kind of fine. Everything's kind of a-okay. Things are getting a bit more rough. We don't have a high-level fire monster. Which means we can still do plays. We just can't do everything we want to do. So we do this. We activate. We summon. We use our skill. We boost our Fire Golem's attack. We go to battle. We swing over SRM. And then we will also swing over SRW and then pass. Now, the issue is, again, it's now turn 4. He hasn't used his SIR search yet, because this is the first turn he could use it. So any level 6, and we are super boned. He just discarded a 6, which tells me he has a better 6 in hand, which means he probably has 7's Road Witch. If he has 7's Road Witch, that means he summons out a 2800 attack Witch, and possibly an upwards of 3900 attack SRM, which means we are just dead. There is nothing we can do about it. Well, that happened. We simply go again. Now, we've gotten a couple of decent wins with this deck, but they are nowhere near as like hype as the Vault Condor wins. Vault Condor obviously can like do this big combo. You get to spin like a ton of plates. Like when we had that game where we got to like summon out 2 Vault Condors, use both their effects, then tribute one of them off to summon out 7's Rogue Magician and like completely pop off. That felt like super good. Now obviously that's not going to happen regularly, right? That's just not going to be a thing. But it still feels really good when you do get to do that. Whereas this deck feels more like occasionally you'll just get to burn someone to death, and that feels like kind of funny. It's like, oh, smack, smack, smack. Oh, I'm getting beaten up. And then, oh, it's Hylister. Right, let's do this. Oh, this is so awkward. How do we... What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? If we set... if I change monsters to attack mode, what does that get me? Potentially a little bit of damage? I think we're going to summon. We're going to activate. I'm going to go ahead and discard. We're going to summon. We're going to go ahead and tribute. We're going to summon. Go ahead and activate the effect. We'll just go for whatever. Okay, we did get 0 attack monster. We'll then use Explosion Drive. Go to battle. And there's no reason to not attack this, right? And then we'll... These are probably going to be 14s. Okay, there was a 200 defense monster in there. Okay. I mean, either way we could have cleared it. Oh, Innocent Lancer. We now need to draw an out to this. Samagellon, okay. So no, what actually was we hand to the grave? So it's just a 2300 guy. Which usually would be pretty good for us, but we now need to out both of these. Which is a little bit awkward for us. Okay, we can out everything, right? So we summon. Summon. Tribute 2. Summon. Tribute for this. We activate our skill. Boost whatever. It doesn't matter. Go to battle. Swing over Samagellon. Swing over the Innocent Lancer. And then we'll swing in. Then we'll pass on that. Okay, well, things are looking okay at the moment. Just set 3 pass. Okay. I don't have any way to get to life points. Activating the skill doesn't do anything either, so I think we just swing, right? And then we just keep amassing cards in hand. Boom. 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 Let me pass. The only downside to this is we're now only drawing 1 card each turn, which means we have a less likely chance to draw into another Full Meteor Impact or a 7-Star Magician. Is there a tribute? No, there's no tribute. Okay. Another dealer. Again, we just have to keep going battle phase. Swing, swing, swing. Now, the downside to this is eventually a beetle is going to come down. And we are ill-prepared to deal with it. It depends if she is on Dragius. Because if Dragius is coming my way, then I could just die. Like, kind of out of nowhere. SRM. Again, there's nothing I can do. How big is it going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12? Let's say that's 15. 15 times 3 would be 45? Which means I could actually just die to that. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about it. We will tribute. Let's get this out. We'll go to battle. We'll swing over. It's grass! And then we'll pass. I mean, I think eventually either I'm going to draw out my burn spells, or they're going to draw like all 3 beetles. And when all 3 beetles hit the field, I don't really know what I do. Review the first beetle. Okay. But is this going to be triple beetle? Or is this just single beetle? Or double beetle? Tribute. Set. What would you tribute set in this deck? I'm guessing run out of monsters then? Possibly like another Samagellon in hand. We draw for turn. I guess we just summon. Activate. Discard for a draw. Go ahead and tribute 2. Activate our skill. Set this. Take back whatever. Go, Explosion Drive! Activate the effect. Go to battle. Bam! Well, we managed to take the win. But, again, it was against clearly a, like, fun viewer deck. Ah, I should have sent an ice. I'm really bad at doing that. There's no, like, I can't send an ice now, can I? I never send nice to anyone. It's... Oh. Alright, let's go again. That was, what, our third or fourth win with this deck? We are getting wins. Yeah, that was Hylister. Hylister is a fantastic streamer. She also makes great content. Can we do a... Let's throw a shout out. Is streaming right now. Everyone should make sure they go over and throw Hylister a follow. If they're not already. Alright, we have 2 big monsters in hand, which is really not what we want. Oh. We take the win. We take the win. Right, let's put that back on. Had to change our audio settings around. We simply go again. Let's see if we can get another Explosion Drive win. Explosion Drive has been a little bit hit or miss, right? It's clearly, again, it's a meme deck. It's not meant to be a hyper-competitive deck. We're playing it for fun. We play card games for fun. We're also in King of Games, which means the stakes are made up and nothing matters. So, we've just been blitzing people, hoping that we can get some funny burn wins. We've had some pretty good wins so far. We've had some of the wins have felt a little bit like our opponent's bricked and we managed to capitalize, but sometimes you just have to take those, right? You can't expect every game to be fair. So sometimes you just have to take the unfair wins when they show up. Let's see what our opponent's got here. We're on a 2-win streak, which is something that we didn't think we'd be saying playing Explosion Drive. This is a weird hand, to say the least. Right, we're going to summon. We're going to go ahead and activate our effect. We're going to pitch to draw. That was a really bad draw. We're going to tribute and summon. Followed by us activating our skill. We'll then set our Road Magic Explosion and take back our Fire Golem to hand. We'll then summon out our Fire Golem. We'll tribute it to summon out the Mighty Ansler and pass. Which again is like the worst end board of all time. 2,000 attack monsters. Now, there is a world in which he can't out this, right? It's such a small chance, but there is a world. Just don't tribute. Just don't have any high-level monsters. Ah! Okay. Okay. And it's the one that makes it so the weenies can beat over us as well. Okay. Things are going about as bad as they could have gone. Dragius would have been worse, let's be honest. What is this deck? Is this just Aqua Aggro again? This looks like a variation of Aqua Aggro, but I don't know why you'd be playing Silent Assailant in it. Now, there goes most of our life points. That's not great. Why do we just keep drawing high-level monsters? Right, summon, summon. We will simply tribute 2. We'll go ahead and activate our skill. boost our attack. Then what? Just go to battle, I guess? We don't really... There isn't really much more we can do. We just swing and pass. Part of me thinks like maybe we take Seven's Road Magician out of this deck, you know? It's really weird though, because Seven's Road Magician is like... It's such a core part of the deck. It's such a powerful card individually. And we're running all the spellcasters, which means we have all the attributes anyway. How are we not dead? We're currently not dead on board. And even if he summons another 15, we're still not dead. We are somehow alive. We're on 100 life, so we're probably dead. But we are not dead. Down to a hundo. Draw for turn. We've drawn even more high-level monsters. We simply tribute summon out Ansler again. We simply activate Explosion Drive. We simply fire off Road Magic Explosion. And then we swing. Sure, I do not have enough spellcasters. You can do this if you want, but you're just throwing the card away. And then we pass. Alright, there is still a world in which he has no tribute monsters. And we can just win with a 2000 attacker. We're still in a world where we could do that. Come on. Just don't tribute. Just don't... Oh, no. And there it is. That's going to be the game. We just needed him to brick a little bit. We bricked a lot, so we just needed him to brick a little bit. Well, that happened. I guess we'll just go again. It's not going to be too long to the end, so... We'll just bash out a few more games with our Explosion Drive. Which has been... It's been alright, all things considered. I think today's games in general have gone pretty well. We weren't expecting to win most of them. Because again, we've been playing nothing but meme decks today. I mean, Volt Condor is a real deck. It's just... weak. And Explosion Drive isn't a real deck. This deck doesn't actually exist. It's just a funny meme. But again, we only just unlocked the skill today, so we hadn't even had the chance to play it until today. If we can ever actually find an opponent. There we go. See what our Japanese opponent has for us. Playing the Gavin, so there is a slim chance that this is going to be... God, what's it called? The Dark Celerity Warriors. And again, a hand full of high-level monsters. How many are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I suppose that is too many. It's just without Torna, it feels a bit awkward. Okay, set 2. Okay, okay. Tributes both, summons out Yami. Now, unfortunately, my deck can get out level 6s with 2500 attack, which means I would need to find Fire Golem to actually out this. If we can find Fire Golem, we'll get 2 chances. That's what we're talking about. Do we even discard? I could just summon Tribute both to get both of these out. Nah, we're going to go for the discard. Get out of here, Ansler. Summon. Activate the effect. Weaken this. We'll then tribute, summon this. We'll summon this as well, why not? We'll then activate our skill. Boost up this guy, I guess? This guarantees. We then swing over this. Guarantee we swing over this. And then just get him for the 12. Then we pass. So we did out his board. We played through Yamilock. Have we worked out what he's on yet? He could still just be on Dark Celerity. Single tribute for the Umigumi. Okay, so that means he can just change Ansler to defense and attack over it. But what else has he got for us? Here comes Celerity, yeah. So changes it to defense. He can then use Umigumi to weaken one of our other monsters. He's on double Umi as well. So what else is he summoning? Probably enough to clear my whole board. Then we just have full Meteor Impact to work with. Lamoon. Lamoon. Okay. Not the most exciting board of all time, but gets the job done. This could be Pierce, or this could be Bonded Bowing. We can't really play around either, so we're just going to have to kind of do what we can here. We do lose our life point lead as well, which does kind of suck, but as long as we don't brick... Oh, why? Why do we have to brick this hard? Alright. So tribute to get this out. We activate the effect. We'll discard, change this to defense. Set this. We'll go to battle, and we'll just swing over it. God, that felt gross. All we needed to do was not draw a ton of high levels, and we drew exactly a ton of high levels and a spell. Let's see what happens now. Maybe we should just take Torna out. It's like, we have too many high levels in the deck. We're getting, like, clogged with them too much. The only issue with taking Torna out is it feels like we then have less ways to deal with an enemy Dragius or a... God, what's the card called? Dean Keto. It's just Bonded Bowing from the back row. Okay, it's not Bonded Bowing, which means it's probably Pierce. Has the Nandes. Dark Arts to Celerity. Changes... What? Why? Because you have the Pierce. Okay. I mean, that is a little bit of extra damage, but in exchange, you've given up your Pierce card. Unless... Oh, you might have a second Pierce, in which case, yeah. There is almost certainly a second Pierce. Jesus, could I please play the game? Have we seen all of our high levels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we haven't even seen all of them. Jeez. Yeah, we just have way too many high levels in this deck. Behold. Explosion Drive. Yes, I will set this card. And then from my grave, I will take back this card. Then we'll summon it. I'm locked. Of course I'm locked. Ah! I don't think it would have mattered anyway. This is 14, so like just 100 kills me. Even if this was set in defense, this is still 13. Which means all he needs to do is summon 2 monsters and I was dead. In fact, this would have killed me anyway. So setting the Wolfang didn't make any difference at all. Was exactly lethal, just if he did all this on Fire Golem. He's styling on me! He's styling on me! Okay, the old Masaki. We're just spinning plates. We're spinning as many plates as we can. There we go. There it is. Good old Kimirula. Alright, I think we'll just play one more game with the deck as is. And then maybe we tweak it. I don't know if we'll revisit this. It is funny, but it's not very good. That's kind of where we're at with it. I feel like we've been repeating that same sentiment for the last hour, but it's one of those ones that I feel like you still have to, even if you work out a deck is bad very quickly, you still have to play it a ton, right? You still have to experience it. You still have to try and get in as many different matchups as possible. You need to see as many hands as you can to really get a feel for how often the deck gets to play versus how often it doesn't, how often it has the outs it needs versus how often it doesn't. And there is some cute stuff this deck can do. Like we just did there. We summoned out a weak fire monster, boosted its attack, then just set the Road Magic Explosion to get a card back to hand, which let us play out of a bricked hand. Now, it didn't actually do anything because we were Yami locked, but the fact we now know that's an option is pretty good. Oh, are we against... I was going to say we're against actual psychics, but no, we dropped non-psychics now. It's a Dragius. We can actually out this Dragius, which is quite nice. I guess we just dig for something that can out. That's not it. We'll go ahead and Tribute to. Summon out the boy. Activate the skill. Boost the attack. We will go ahead and we will set our Road Magic Explosion. We will bring back our Wolfang. We will just go ahead and set him. We will go to battle and we will clear out Mr. Dragius himself. Now the problem is, again, we couldn't clear the 15, which is kind of suck. It wasn't going to be super likely we could clear the 16 or the 15, but if we had drawn any of our 5 level 6s, we could have just tributed this, get out one of them, clear over, which would have been really, really good. And with 25 cards left in the deck, that meant it was a 1 in 5. Second Dragius. Ugh, don't be a Thunder. Okay. This does kind of suck because we are going to lose a lot of life points here, but Dragius does out himself into our full Meteor Impact. We are going to lose the 29, which, again, not great. Let's not try and sugarcoat that, but okay, this is a hand of cards that actually ends on 2 big monsters, so I guess we're just going to go for that. So summon. We'll Tribute to. Then we'll summon. Tribute for Ansler. Activate our skill. Boost Ansler. Go to battle. Swing over both of these. Unfortunately, not take the life point lead, but he's already used 2 Dragius, which means the chances of him having a 3rd Dragius is almost 100%, because that's how Duel Links works. Let's see it. Celtic Guardian, okay. Summons out the Gazelle. Summons out the Amuzi Performer, so definitely a tribute summon coming in. It's just which one? Prima. Okay. Have you got another normal summon? Because that would be the real nail in the coffin. Oh, and it's a 15. That's just game, isn't it? It'll be 300 plus 1. Oh, no, it's not game. We're not dead. We are not dead. But we now need to find a really good hand to be able to out this. If we... Nah, that's not going to do it. We'd need to find... This might do it. We'd have to discard a fire. Right, so we'll summon. Summon. We'll go ahead and activate his effect. We're going to ditch this to draw. We're then going to Tribute to. Go ahead and activate the effect. We'll activate Road Magic Explosion. And we go battle, and we attack over this. For the win! And that is going to be us ending on a win, which is exactly what we wanted to see. Beautiful. Which is always nice. It's always nice to end on a win, you know? Right? Whenever you want to just finish up for the day, it's always nice to end on a win. That way you can just go happy, which is always what we want to see. But thank you all so much for watching the stream. Obviously, it kind of petered off a little bit to the end there because Explosion Drive is a bit of a weird one, but we still had quite a lot of fun playing it. Again, we do still have the brand new Discord server, so if anyone wants to, they can feel free to hop over there, join in. You can get notifications for when I'm going live or when we're posting videos or just whatever else is going on. Obviously, we also have the YouTube channel, which is where we're uploading content, lots of Rush Duel Links content, having a great time over there as well. And now, I think it's about time we go and raid. I think we know who we're going to raid. It's probably going to be Hylister, because we've been hanging out there a lot anyway. So again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you Thursday. So in a couple of days, we'll get another stream going. So again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
+3, 800 damage. But if they didn't bring out another boss monster, it is possible they don't have any. So we will see how we handle this. Summon Skull.